How to use the sweep panorama mode on the Sony A6000 camera. To shoot a panorama photo, turn the mode dial to the panorama symbol. This is what the LCD screen will look like. The default is to sweep the camera to the right, but you can change this in a couple of places. First, let's look at what we can change in the menu. Go to the menu, and in the first tab, page 1, you can find panorama size and panorama direction. Those are the two things you can change when taking panorama photos. For panorama size, you have standard and wide. This is the difference between standard and wide. The wide covers a wider sweep area. I personally prefer the standard. Let's take a look at panorama direction. Go to the menu and select panorama direction. You can change which direction you sweep the camera when making panorama photos. Right, left, up, or down. But a quick way to change direction is to move this wheel. I'll leave mine sweeping to the right. What I like to do is set the focus to what will be the center of my panorama by pressing the shutter button halfway. Now I'll move to the left where I want the panorama to begin and finish pressing the shutter button all the way down and sweeping the camera to the right. Here's the photo. The camera goes into auto mode when shooting panoramas, meaning you can't adjust the aperture, ISO, or time. But I noticed that the camera likes to use 1/500th of a second and ISO 100 when the light is good, and it will adjust the aperture from a low of 5.6 to I've seen as high as 9.5. To view your panoramas in the camera, just press the play button. To view a close-up, press the center button in the control wheel. The camera will zoom in on the panorama and sweep across the photo. Problems with the panorama mode. Once you press the shutter button, the camera will take photos for about 5 seconds in the standard mode and 8 seconds in the wide mode. Even if you take your finger off the shutter button, the camera will keep taking photos for that 5 or 8 seconds. If you stop your sweeping within that 5 or 8 seconds, you're going to get a black box at the end of your panorama. So keep sweeping until the camera stops taking photos. If you did not get the whole area in the panorama that you wanted, you can sweep faster or switch to the wide mode. But if you sweep too fast, you will get this error message. You will also get an error message if you move too slow. Another error message is this: cannot shoot panorama, move straight in direction of arrow. Other problems. Moving objects do not do well in panoramas. Subjects that are too close to the camera do not do well in panoramas. If you have different levels of brightness in the scene, this will not do well in panoramas. That's it. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and please subscribe to this channel.